Stargirl has proven to be a big hit for the CW, and it's been picked up for a second season. One of the overall themes of the show is Stargirl trying to live up to the legacy of Starman, and it is quite the legacy. The first Starman appeared in Adventure Comics, number 61. Created by writer Gardner Fox and artist Jack Burnley, Ted Knight was an amateur astrologist who was fascinated with the stars. He devised a way to harness the power of these stars and created the gravity rod, later to be known as the cosmic rod. He fought villains throughout the 40s and became a member of the Justice Society of America. Ted would suffer a nervous breakdown caused in part by his helping to create the atomic bomb. He retired for a while, but would eventually return to being Starman. Due to mystical energy from one of Justice Society's villains, Starman's aging slowed down. Eventually he married, had 2 sons, David and Jack, and then retired for good. Michael Thomas was technically next in line. Michael is an alien who originally came to Earth to help conquer it, but instead turns against his warlike people in the defense of the human race. Armed with a sonic crystal, giving him the weapons of flight and firing energy bolts, he protected the Earth. The crystal would become embedded in his chest. Michael would be captured and drugged for years, but eventually would be saved and returned to heroing. Sylvester Pemberton, along with his chauffeur Pat Dugan, fought Nazi spies as a Star-Spangled Kid and Stripey during the 40s. They would become lost in time, but eventually return to modern times. Pat would retire, but Sylvester would continue as the Star-Spangled Kid. When Starman was injured, he loaned Sylvester his cosmic rod. The Star-Spangled Kid would go on to become a member of the Justice Society of America. He, with Starman's help, developed the Cosmic Converter, which works similar to the cosmic rod. Sylvester would change his identity to Skyman, but unfortunately, he would later be killed in battle. Prince Gavin was the ruler of an alien empire named Throne World. Gavin was killed and then brought back to life by the mysterious mystic Mentor. Mentor gave Gavin a pair of bracelets and a staff to channel the cosmic powers that flowed in him. He uses those powers to protect his people from interstellar threats. He would come to die during the crisis on Infinite Earths. But Gavin was actually converted into pure energy, which would travel to Earth and empower Will Payton, who would take up the name Starman. As Starman, Payton was welcomed into the superhero community. Payton had the powers of flight, super strength, a mild amount of shape-shifting, the ability to alter his appearance, and fire bolts of energy. Starman seemingly died, but would later be revealed that he and Gavin had merged and was still alive. Ted's son David decided to take over for his father. He was only Starman for a very short time before he was shot and killed. After David's death, Jack Knight reluctantly took over as Starman. While he did want to honor his father and brother, he did it in his own way. Jack was a hero when needed, and after a while, Jack decided he was done being a superhero and went on to live a normal life. Courtney Whitmore, stepdaughter of Pat Dugan, finds the original Star-Spangled Kid's gear in her stepfather's belongings. She dons the costume to annoy Dugan as she resents his marrying her mother. Courtney starts to understand the legacy she is living up to. She takes it seriously and becomes a member of the Justice Society. When Jack quits, he gives Courtney the cosmic rod. Honored, she changes her codename to Stargirl. And the legacy of Starman continues on in the future. In the 31st century, Legion of Superheroes member Tom Kaler uses his gravity-increasing powers as Starboy. He did travel back in time to become a member of the Justice Society for a while, using the Starman name. With a legacy like this, Ted Knight can't be anything but proud. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to know when the next video is live. And check out below to see where you can find us on the web. The Fanboy Factor. Comics, toys, movies. What's your factor?